Welcome, one and all, to the ATFT as the football turns draft special. This is going to be part 1 of 3. We're going to try and break this up into 3 parts. I am one of your co-hosts. You know what? I'm going by my goddamn TikTok name today. It is Ricky Pippen Jr., one and all. Y'all know how this goes down. And with me, I got my fellow co-host, the one, the only.
You know, it's me. It's your boy, Otis Ruffin III, Junior II.
As you guys know, we've kind of been taking.
What's going on, guys?
As you guys know,
oh, that was it.
Hey, truth be told, y'all know how we get down. We talk about football. Y'all respond to it. Y'all comment to it. We don't really care. We just do this for fun, shits and giggles, basically. And with the draft coming up, post Super Bowl, we've all kind of been in a slump. We're about to look at how we all fall heading into this draft class. And bro, I'm gonna be the first to tell you, I have a lot of names in this draft class I am unaware of.
Listen, it'd be like that, because I'll say this is one of the few drafts I have been worried about, because now we got teams that are getting exposed to the nth degree. Like, you had blockbuster moves left and right. You got Russell Wilson in Denver. You got Tyreek Hill in Miami. You got Devontae Parker in New England.
Hey, don't forget,
stuff is getting crazy.
Don't forget Devontae Adams in Oakland now.
In Oakland,
willingly left Aaron Rodgers to go play with Derek Carr. Willingly
left. Same thing with Devontae Parker. Devontae Parker asked for the trade, and you got Deebo Samuel looking for a trade.
That one low-key shot me.
You got Drew Lock in Seattle, struggling like always.
I mean, he gonna struggle regardless. He was struggling in Denver.
And the only solace you get from Denver is the fact that Denver was set up
to fail,
like trash. Like, they said they were definitely set up to fail, and that was John Elway's fault on that.
As much as Russell Wilson is really good, and I'm not gonna say he's always been a really good quarterback, I don't think he can turn around Denver unless they do some amazing things in the draft and free agency. And looking at where they pick right now, Denver don't even got a first round pick, bro.
Oh, that's tragic. I went through this thing the other day. Didn't even notice that. You're right, they don't. But that's what happens. You traded your first rounders to Seattle.
Oh God,
because Seattle only got one first round pick. And they got a couple of mid rounders though. It is in the top 10. And coming into this draft, there's the biggest question of, are any of the quarterbacks going to go first round, or are you only going to see maybe 1 or 2 and then the rest of them going second and third rounds?
Jesus Christ. And speaking of the conversation we had last night, y'all, me and this man were talking because we were reviewing a list of the top 20 draft.
The top draft classes since 2000.
Since 2000, y'all. When I tell y'all, this man saw me, he saw me flip my predominantly for the class that went number 2.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense to me either. Like, I didn't really.
I wish we had recorded that for y'all, but I ain't even gonna lie, that was just best friends doing what having best friend conversation. But as we go into it, here's my first question. I remember I told you I had a question for you, bro. When it comes to mock drafts, whose draft do you usually trust? Todd McShay's, Mel Kiper's, I guess Feinbaum's, or somebody else's?
Like, Mel's is normally pretty on point, but like, Reuter's pretty good. I like his mock drafts a little bit. I say Maurice Jones-Drew got some pretty good ones, but I don't tend to follow his too close.
Usually I go with Todd McShay's.
Yeah, McShay's is always good.
That's usually the one I trust the most. Mel Kiper. You know why I don't trust Mel Kiper?
Oh, why not?
Because of this man's hair and glasses combo. Like, Mel Kiper looks like an evil supervillain off Megamind to me. Like,
Not Megamind.
yeah, bro. Like, you look like an evil supervillain off Megamind to me. Like, if they made a Megamind 2, he's who the villain would look like.
I like Bucky Brooks's too. Bucky Brooks. I follow Bucky's a pretty good bit. Yeah, so it's normally like it's either Bucky's, Schrager's, or McShay's.
Okay. So this part of the episode is gonna be round 1, which is always the round. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Even as diehard NFL fans, Joel can tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you the truth. My interest dies after round 1 usually.
I'll watch up to the end of round 2, maybe round 3, and then I'm like, yep, that's all I need for today.
I'll keep tabs. That's
about it. I'll keep tabs on round 2 and 3.
I'll pay no attention to rounds 4 through 7. I'll watch round 1. Round 2 and round 3, I'll have up on my phone, checking every pick. Round 4 through 7, bro. I'd be surprised by the names we pick up. I'd be like, oh. And then then it's always Mr. Irrelevant. You always got to find out who's Mr. Irrelevant, because
you do got to find out who Mr. Irrelevant is.
I hate that that's actually a thing for them.
I mean, think about it. Ain't nobody watching at that point. Nobody cares by round 7. You're the very last pick. And it's like they had to make it exciting somehow.
You got in by the skin of your teeth, bro.
It's like you got a guaranteed contract by the skin of your ass.
You were just good enough in college and high school.
Just good enough to make this cut, my guy. Now you don't have to worry about, campaigning for you to get on a team somewhere.
And here's what makes it worse. The bad part is we have to remember, if you had went a draft class earlier or a draft class later, you might not have made it. All right. So as we look through this first round, I'm gonna go through the order. So we got the Jaguars got the number 1 pick, followed by Detroit, the Texans, the Jets, the Giants, my Panthers, the Giants again, the Falcons, the Seahawks, and the Jets round out with the number 10 pick. 11 through 20, you got the Commanders. Oh, God, that name's so trash. Jesus.
That name's so stupid.
Bro, they could have went with it was Red Wolves, Red Hawks, and Commanders, and they went with Commanders. I am so pissed off about that. Like, Red Wolves or Red Hawks would have been so nasty. Like that those would have been fire.
Like, Red Hawks would have been legit, but I can agree. Like, there's a lot of birds in this league, but
which is why I would have took Red Wolves. That's why I would have took Red Wolves.
Like, Red Wolves would have been legit.
Washington Red Wolves. I definitely would have took that, and y'all went with Commanders. You DC political head. Anyways, sorry.
So we just gotta show them that we're head of state, but we're last in the league.
Kermit the Frog here with the Washington Commanders, who are trash.
Kermit the Frog here.
They're trash, Mickey.
Got that right, Goofy.
Followed by the Vikings, the Texans, the Ravens at 14, the Eagles at 15, the Chargers, the Eagles again at 18, the Saints again at 19, and then the Steelers at 20. And then, or 21 through 32, you got the Patriots at 21, Green Bay at 22, the Cardinals at 23, Cowboys at 24, the Bills at 25, the Titans at 26.
It's them boys.
Tom Brady and company at 27, the Packers at 28. The Chiefs have picked 29 and 30 back to back.
They got that from that Tyreek trade.
That's trade bait. I'm putting money now. I'm putting money now. One of those picks gets traded for a big name. You got Joe Burrow, Ice Burrow, and the Bengals at 31, and then Detroit finishes the round. Wait, Detroit, y'all playing fantasy? How y'all get the second pick? They playing snake fantasy? They got the top of the round and the bottom of the round?
I think that was from the Jared Goff trade.
Ooh. You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? I would, if I'm Detroit, I might look for Jared Goff's replacement in this draft if I think he's there, especially with the number 2 overall pick.
I mean, to be honest, I will say Jared Goff did start showing some poise near the end of the season. I would say damn near 15 weeks too damn late, but he did start showing up a little bit and showing why they traded for him. But they definitely need to be seeking his replacement within the next 2 seasons.
I'm just saying.
Like, it's just got to happen.
I'm just saying that man was what 0-17 without McShay until like what week 9 of this year as a starter.
Yeah,
like
it was
that
bad.
man had never won a game without McShay as his head coach as a starter until literally like midway through this season. I was like, damn, bro, like not even once, not once.
Like I say, sometimes you gotta give quarterbacks and offenses some slack because it's like you gotta adjust to your new personnel and such. But
listen,
I get
asterisk
on that.
I get that. However, I'm gonna say this: if any of those games that Jared Goff lost without McShay were against the Jets, I'll say the Texans, Miami, like Washington, the Jaguars, like if any of those games were against them in the last few years and those are losses he took, I'm not cutting him slack for those games. Now, if you losing to like Brady, Mahomes, Rodgers, Roethlisberger,
you lost 13 games. You definitely lost to at least one of these guys.
But I'm talking about like
Packers
even before that
out.
though. Like, I'm talking about when he was still in LA.
I mean, they were struggling. Like I don't know what was going on with him in LA after that Super Bowl season.
That's what I'm saying. Like anytime he started
lost
a game,
all confidence in himself.
Anytime he started a game with the Rams before he got to Detroit, and he lost a game without McShay, if it was to any of the teams I previously named, I'm not giving him slack because y'all had a good enough team to win those games regardless.
Now, remember those games he lost in LA, he lost with McShay.
No, there were a couple good. Okay, I guess if you want to count like St. Louis and LA as two different things.
No, because Jared Goff wasn't in St. Louis before they moved to LA. But
that's what I'm telling you. Like there were games where McShay wasn't his head coach while he was in LA. That's what they were saying. Like he was. That's why they said he was 0-18 without McShay as his head coach. Because it had been like a couple seasons before that. Hold up. Give me
for some reason, I feel like Todd McShay's been there for all of Goff's career.
So
part of me feels like Todd McShay is the one that drafted him.
So Goff got to the Rams in 2016, right? Or McVay we've been saying McShay this whole time. Sean McVay.
That's why. And we've been calling him Todd too.
Sorry, Sean McVay. We apologize. Somebody go look at this video. Y'all called this man the wrong thing for a good 6 minutes.
And
Sean McVay did not start coaching the Rams until 2017.
Yeah, because I saw that now because he won Coach of the Year that year.
Yeah. So Jared Goff did have a year without him. I'm just saying. And I think there were
it was his rookie year that he didn't have him.
Yeah. And I think there were a couple times within that season or within the following seasons where like he had to sit out games, I think due to injury or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there was a couple of games he sat out. I think it was like either a shoulder or an ankle or something.
Yeah, he had like a surgery or something. So they just so obviously the head coach is somebody else. It was that.
And I think that was his second year with McVay. Yeah, that was his third year?
Something like that.
Because they went 9-7 the third year. Because they went 11-5 and 17, and then 13-3 and 18.
9-7 and 19.
They went 9-7 and 19. And then they came back up to 10-6 and 12-5. But
back to this draft.
Yeah, but as it stands, you got a couple of teams in here that definitely need quarterbacks. You got several teams in here that need just options. Like just options in general. And what's crazy is
a couple of them do need quarterbacks.
And what's crazy.
Hint. Hint.
Watch as he throws out the low key shade.
This ain't even low key. Look at this camera. This ain't even low key.
The high key shade. The man's just throwing fire.
Y'all
taking shots.
My organization, you hear me. You know where I'm at.
So you know what I find is crazy?
What?
that the Steelers and the Eagles are the only two teams on this list with 4 listed needs.
They struggling that bad.
Because the Eagles say they need defensive linemen, wide receivers, a safety, and a quarterback.
So y'all just need a defense.
They just need defense.
So the Eagles need a defense, is what I'm hearing. Jesus
and
Christ.
The Steelers need a quarterback, a corner, a safety, and a wide receiver.
So y'all need skill positions.
Y'all need skills while Eagles just need a defense.
Philly needs a whole defense. Giles, tell your team to get a whole defense, bro.
Like, I mean, I can't feel bad. I can't say much of nothing. We need specialties too.
But bro, we ain't that bad.
I was so caught off. Listen, I was so caught off guard to see Matt Ryan get traded. I figured he would if we got Deshaun. But when we didn't get Deshaun, I was like, all right, we got him for one more year. We'll figure out how this rolls. Nah, I traded that man to Indianapolis just to pick up Marcus Mariota.
Oh, y'all got Mariota. Okay.
We got Mariota.
Okay.
I mean, I'm glad it's not Baker. Like, I didn't want Baker. But they're also saying there's also rumor that we might end up getting Kyler Murray during the draft. Apparently, Atlanta's one of the top options. I don't know. I was shocked too. Because I know we ain't got no money to afford him, so I don't know why you would say that.
I heard rumor that Deebo Samuel wants to be close to home and Carolina's a spot. I said, I don't know how I feel. If we don't get a quarterback, that's just gonna be it's
gonna be a waste of talent.
Like, not gonna lie, Deebo Samuel and DJ Moore give me hope as a receiving core. Like, I would really like that. I really would. Put them to.
You know what would be nice? A team that functions like it's supposed to.
Oh God! It's like, oh God, bro. But it's like, if I got those two, give me Christian with a line, and all we have to do is draft a quarterback. That's a solid offense. That's at that point the only problem I would have would be with whoever's the coordinator, because I couldn't blame anybody like on the field. It would literally just be play calling at that point.
So as we're looking at it, right? If you had to say that anybody's gonna trade on draft day to move up or move down, who do you think's gonna do it?
Well, I already said earlier, Kansas City's using one of those picks as trade bait. I would be very surprised if they did not use. I would be very surprised if Kansas City did not use either of those picks as like trade bait to get somebody. Now, Green Bay, I'm talking to you. If y'all don't want to go through the hell again, I would do whatever I can to move up in the draft and get a receiver. That, or y'all better have a good contingency plan to get Deebo Samuel. Because if not, y'all think Aaron Rodgers is going to cause y'all hell now? That man just might throw a whole season on purpose. Like, I mean, start point shaving, throw a season.
Bomb for top 10.
Like,
bottom 5 for top 10.
Like, I'm just saying. I can see the Giants trading back if they get something good enough. Because they got the 5 and the 7.
True. And I don't think they would trade out of that, because those are prime picks right there. Like, you got pretty much the whole board to choose from at that spot.
They do, and they probably still waste it.
I would say if anybody's going to trade up, I can see the Steelers doing it. I can see the Packers doing it. And I can see, wildly enough, I can even see the Buccaneers trying to pull it.
Mm-hmm. They just opened up $9 million cap space.
Right. I can see them pulling the trigger to try to trade up to get either a high caliber defensive lineman or a high drafted offensive lineman. Like, I can see them trying to snatch out from, like, let's say New York to get like Evan O'Neal or Iguanu or something like that to help protect Tom a little bit better. But still, bro, like, just retire, bro. I'm tired. I'm tired of seeing you on the field. Like, just get out of here.
Listen,
like, I'm tired of being tormented like this.
Listen, bro, you and me both.
My luck won't change until you leave.
Bro, you don't understand how much I rejoiced in somebody's 40-day retirement, and then 41 days later, like, I was so happy for 40 days. Like, I was like, really,
I was in bliss, because I'm like, you know what, this league has been busted wide open. It's about to be anybody's game. And the next thing you know, I'm coming back. I hate being around my kids. I'm coming back.
This man got Giselle told this man to take out the trash one time. She
He
said
never
no.
came back inside.
Hey, nah, here's what made it worse. He said no. She said, why not? It ain't like you got a job. And that was it. As soon as he heard that, he's like, oh nah, that.
Nah, on day 38, she asked him to take the trash out. He went upstairs, packed the bag, grabbed the trash bag, and walked out the door and never came back. He walked out of his house, checked into a hotel, and then went to the Tampa Bay Stadium on the 40th day and said, "You know what, guys? I'm back.
I'm back." Hey, they all said,
"How was home?" He said, "How was home life? Who?"
Hey, here's what made it worse. You know the one person that was cleaning out his locker. Like, I'm gonna get Brady's locker. Move, little boy.
Hey, put that back. What you mean, Tom? He's back. The prodigal son has returned.
And you touched his cleats? He wasn't coming back. I swear he wasn't.
How dare you remove him from this locker room, never to be seen again. You are now banished.
Man just gets
oblivion.
Man gets dragged down into like all you see these shadows and monsters just grab up and reach. You said, no. Ghost.
It's just effigies of it's just effigies of the mascots of all the teams Tom's beaten over the years. So you get like 5 different mascots. You got like the Indianapolis Colts twice. You got the Falcons
not even
all
that.
the time.
Not even that. It's the ghost of the Patriots when he finally beat them.
It's the ghost of the Patriots.
It's the Patriots mascot.
For life and liberty.
We got problems.
Sweet Caroline. Dun, dun. As the ground opens, that's what you hear. Sweet Caroline.
Bum, bum, bum. Oh my God.
Dude, as he's screaming, that's not even the right spot.
Nah, bro. So speaking of not wanting Baker, so tell me why. I thought this was so savage, but so funny. Robbie Anderson, you earned some funny points from me for this one. So it popped up on Bleacher Report. It said, report, Robbie Anderson reportedly does not want Baker Mayfield as the quarterback of the Carolina Panthers. He's like, right. And he popped in the comment section. I said that. He's like confirmed. Yep. I was like, yo. And then it popped up again. I was like, my man's went public with it on social media. Baker reportedly interested in Carolina. He said, please, God, no.
Listen.
And then when it came out, it was then when it came out, it's like Robbie Anderson says he doesn't want Carolina or Baker in Carolina. He said, confirmed. I said that.
Confirmed.
I was like, yo, Robbie, you a cold bastard, bro. You a cold bastard. All right.
Robbie Anderson came in and said,
no, God. No, God, please, no. 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 No.
And here's my question though, and I really want to know. I'm like, did Robbie Anderson ever play with Baker?
No.
That's why I'm curious as to why he was so adamant. Like,
actually, tell you, no. No.
I don't think they played together in college either.
I know they didn't play together in college.
Robbie Anderson's only been with the Jets his whole career.
Because for some reason, I feel like, was he in Cleveland at one point? Let me make sure. Okay, no. He was with the Jets his entire career up until that point. All right. Had to make sure. So I'm like, right. Because I feel like I'm probably thinking of another Anderson that was in Cleveland at one point. But he wasn't there when Baker was there anyway. I think that Anderson was there when Brandon Weeden was there. And we saw how that went. Like, I'm still never gonna get over the fact that y'all drafted a 30-year-old man This man was already
for those who
third into
don't
his
know.
career. So at one point, for those, again, like I said, for those that don't know, at one point the Cleveland Browns took a bet on a man by the name of Brandon Weeden. Brandon Weeden is the oldest player to ever be drafted in the NFL.
This guy,
to my knowledge.
I'm gonna put
that man was drafted at 29 years old, coming out of college.
Mind you, the average draft age of a quarterback coming into the NFL is around 22 to 24.
I was about to say, I think the oldest quarterback so far before that was 25. This man was 29. This man was knocking on 30, getting drafted into the NFL, which I will give you is an accomplishment. Good for him, because heck, nobody else is gonna pull that off. Shit. But you drafted him in
Carolina
the first
draft me as a 28-year-old slot receiver. I promise you, I'll do better.
Oh God, I promise you. Take a 30-year-old fullback. I'll do it.
Listen, I ain't got to start, bro. I ain't got to start.
I will come from third string off the bench. I don't care where I got to be at.
You could put me on kick return. You could put me as a third string. I don't care. I promise you, I'll make it. I promise you, I'll be worth it.
Facts.
Hell, pay me the rookie minimum of what, like 500,000. That's all I need. That's all I need. Yeah. I don't need much.
Heck, let me work my way up to that smooth mill. It's cool.
Right. Give me incentives.
I'll do it.
Give me incentives. In order for me to get a mill, in order for me to get a mill, I gotta put up like, let's say 750 yards receiving in the season.
Nah, I ain't doing that. I can put up 135 yards rushing for you though.
I'm just saying receiving. Receiving. I feel like I can get more yards than you could rushing. You know what I mean?
I mean, no, I get that. I get it. I ain't gonna deny it. Let's get into this, boys. Let's see. Oh, okay. So you being the Panthers fan, sir, ideal first 3 picks.
They say we need a QB and a line on both sides.
Yep, basically your main needs are quarterback, offensive line, and defensive line. Which
is a flipping lie because we draft a D line every year.
I mean, you need an offensive lineman for sure.
We do need an offensive lineman. So if I had to do that, I'm taking Evan Neal out of Alabama if he's available. Like,
okay,
he's an Alabama product. That's literally my only reason why I'm taking him. I am not even gonna lie to y'all. That is my only reason why I'm taking him, is because he is from Alabama and they know how to produce some linemen.
I'm about to say, Neil, you can't deny, like, Alabama does produce very good offensive and defensive linemen. It just is what it is. Like, if there was a lineman, it would probably be Alabama.
It would be Alabama. Like, I'm sorry, that's who I'm taking first if he's available.
All right. Tell you the truth, I'm about to say, y'all don't got another pick till round 4. I forgot all about that. I forgot all about that.
I hate it here. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, I forgot all about that.
God.
Right, so who's your round 4 pick? You know, I feel like I could just narrow down the question now. You know what? We're not even gonna worry about it.
Who's my top pick? Who's my top pick? Evan Neal. Based off what we need. Who's my top pick? Evan Neal. That's it. Like, that's all I got for 3 rounds. Thanks a lot, Matt Rule.
It's Sam Darnold.
Jesus Christ. Listen.
Let's see here. Let's see who they have your mock draft, like in their mock draft. And this is Reuter's 7-round mock draft.
If I had to make a bet, he probably gonna have us taking Ekwonu from NC State.
Oh, in round 4? Oh no, Ekwonu's gonna be gone.
Oh, you said for round 4. Oh, I thought you were talking about round 1.
This is round 4. So they have you drafting Danny Gray, a wide receiver out of SMU, in round 4.
Danny, this is no shade to you, bro. I just didn't see no tape on you.
I'll admit
that he could be raw. He might be raw as hell. I just know I haven't seen no tape on you. But that's because you went to SMU. That's all. I'm not gonna say you trash. I'm definitely not gonna say you trash because at least they got us taking a raw receiver.
Right, and then they had me going with a corner in round 5.
Oh, so we're actually going after our weaknesses. What?
They got you going for Jalen Armour Davis, Alabama.
We're going after an Alabama. Oh, wait a minute. Is this a bird?
Is this a bird?
Is this a bird?
The more you know.
Oh my God. They got us taking not only our offensive weakness in a receiver, they got us taking an Alabama DB.
DB.
Unlike when we should have took Patrick Surtain 2 years ago. Yeah, Carolina, I'm still salty about that.
Hey, it is what it is.
Granted, I can't get mad at JC Horn because he got injured, but yeah, I'm still salty about that.
Hey, I'll admit though, JC Horn was doing pretty well before he got hurt.
He was.
You could see he was starting to settle into how the field was. Because he was rough the first couple of games.
It was.
But then he started tightening it in. I was like, it was good to see that. So I have
belief in JC Horn. However, JC Horn is only one man. But we still got Jackson. We still got Jackson. I don't know who.
I don't think y'all have Gilmore anymore.
Nah, Gilmore left for Indianapolis. He basically he basically pulled that D Wade stunt where he just wanted to come home for a season. And if we were good enough, he would have stayed. But because we weren't good enough, he was like, all right, I'm gonna bounce.
He's like, yep, I'm gonna wash my hands of this now. Let's see. If I had to, I had an ideal top 3.
I was about to ask the same question. How many picks y'all got? Because I know y'all got the 8th overall. And then who y'all got after?
We got the 8th, and then we got 2 in both round 2 and 3. So we got 5 picks in the first 2 rounds. Listen, I know you mad. I know. Listen. Because I don't think we have any in round 7. I don't think.
Oh, shocker! Like the round somebody cares. Oh.
Listen, I understand you're upset right now.
Oh, am I? Am I?
Just a little bit. I can hear it. I can hear it in the twinge.
Really?
I didn't even know we had compensatory picks either. Or compensatory picks. Well, all right. Anyway, scrolling on back.
I hope y'all as a franchise stub your pinky toe.
Not stub my pinky toe.
On the metal bet frame.
Let's see here.
I hope y'all win the lottery and lose your ticket.
So my top three ideal picks. I'm ignoring you. The top 3 ideal picks.
I hope your zipper gets stuck and your jacket won't work. I hope your
headphones short.
I hope y'all.
And you spill in your shirt.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I hope y'all work at the Fridays and you never get off on Fridays, and it's always busy on Fridays.
I hope there's always snow in your driveway. I hope every soda that you drink is shaken up. I hope you get a paper cut on your tongue from a razor cut.
But who are your picks, sir? Who are your picks in bird country?
So number 1 pick, I really hope is Malik Willis. Because Atlanta has deserved to have a black quarterback in this town for a long time.
I mean, y'all finally lifted the Vic curse. The state of Georgia finally lifted the Vic curse, so I guess.
No, NFL is still getting screwed over. We got to get that figured out first.
No, because Georgia won a title, so I mean that lets me know y'all think about it. In the span of a calendar year, the Hawks went to the Eastern Conference Finals, the Braves won the Super Bowl, and the Georgia Bulldogs won the national championship. Or the Braves won the World Series, and the Bulldogs won the national championship. I think it's safe to say y'all finally did right by Vic, and the curse has been lifted off the state.
We'll see. I'll see what happens next year.
Because think about it, you got what? Y'all got the first round pick, Y'all got 2 in the second round, 2 in the third round.
Yeah.
Your asses.
But like, here's the thing. The only reason why I'm a little skeptical is because I feel like we did wrong by the current quarterback we had.
Oh, by Matt? Uh-oh. Ooh. White curses are worse.
But then again, oh yes, listen, as long as it's not white, right?
No, I said white curses are worse.
Man.
Listen, that's Salem witch trial curses right
but
there.
You know, they said they had a whole conversation. It was Matt's choice. They said if he was gonna go anywhere, he wanted it to be Indianapolis. They got him where he wanted to go.
Why Indy though?
Well, so according to Matt, from what I saw in a press conference, was when he was growing up, like he idolized watching like Peyton Manning and Johnny Unitas.
He wanted to follow Peyton's footsteps type of deal. Okay.
Basically, like he wanted to come somewhere that has like a lot of prestige and all that. And Indianapolis is one of those places. And that was just kind of like his dream place to play growing up. Now he's kind of where
he want to be able to don the same stuff that like Peyton did and all that good jazz.
Yeah, like where he got all these great quarterbacks and all that they come out of. So like it's basically him achieving a childhood dream, essentially.
Okay. All right. I can respect that.
So and I looked at it, I'm like, you know what? If I'm glad it wasn't still in conference. Like, yeah, we're gonna have to face off against them at some point, but I can deal with that. And on top of that, I'm like, if you want to get a shot at a Super Bowl at this point for Matt Ryan, Indianapolis is probably the closest you're gonna get right now.
It's better than where you're at right now.
Where we like, don't even get me started on that, boy. Like, I can't, because it just doesn't make any sense because we still have what's his name,
Make a Bet Ridley.
We even kept Felipe Franks,
the quarterback out of Florida,
ex-quarterback out of Florida. He was an Oklahoma quarterback when we got him. Arkansas, one of those red teams in the middle of the country.
one of them red teams in the middle of the tornadoes.
Listen, when I saw his name, I was like, he's still playing football?
Right. When you said that just now, I was like, wait, the one from Florida?
Yeah. All right. So our draft predictions. Who you got going number one?
Ooh. So I've been hearing a lot of hype about Aiden Hutchinson out of Michigan. I've been hearing a lot of hype about him. Let's see who else. Like this draft class is very interesting. And here's what I think is going to happen. Even though Aiden Hutchinson probably should go number one overall, this never seems to fail for some reason. Quarterbacks out of random states get a whole lot of love out of nowhere. And I think the quarterback, either Kenny Pickett out of Pittsburgh, where is he? Where is it?
I mean, don't forget that Jacksonville just drafted Trevor.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't know what they're gonna do. I feel like Jacksonville's in a weird state. They did just draft Trevor, but I feel like they'd make a stupid mistake like that too. But
I feel that was Urban Meyer's fault though. I feel like Trevor's first season was Urban Meyer's fault.
Okay, so you think they're gonna give him some leeway?
I think they're gonna give him some leeway because one, it was his rookie season. You can start to see once the Urban Meyer firing had happened, Trevor started to settle in better and be more productive. Yeah, they still weren't winning many games, but he was starting to show why they wanted him in the first place. So I feel like that was Urban Meyer's fault.
So if I'm going off of that and looking at what they say they need, granted, Jacksonville fans, I don't know truly what y'all need like that. Kind of like how I do know Carolina's needs, even though it says OL and DL. I know our secondary and our receiving core sucks, so I can't fully speak to it. But based off what this says, I would say Dean out of Georgia would go number one. Because he's
Dean?
Yeah, because he's the top-rated linebacker they have.
I mean, yeah.
That's on the list right now. And
I mean, yeah, he is the highest-rated linebacker on that list. And this is Jacksonville does need a linebacker.
And like Hutchinson, I wouldn't move Hutchinson from DN because he kind of reminds me of J.J. Watt a bit.
Right.
And then Kayvon Thibodeau, again, probably another Jadeveon Clowney type of build because all it says is edge. So you could probably put him at D tackle or DN. That's probably what you can do and get that out of him. but they aren't going to be good if you shift them to a standing linebacker spot, or they're not going to be as good or be as impactful.
I feel you.
So if I had to base it off of that, I'd probably say Nakobe Dean's going to end up number 1 overall if they go off of this list.
Okay. So for me, and basically going using the same kind of logic you do, basing off of what their team needs, because they don't exactly need a defensive end right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like they have a good solid defensive end core. However, I would say I think Trayvon Walker would go first, due to the fact that not only do you have a guy that can play defensive end solid, but he's also athletic enough to be able to switch to an outside linebacker role, because he did do that in Georgia. So I can see him doing both if needed. Because you do got Kayvon Thibodeau and you got Aiden Hutchinson, and I agree that Nakobe Dean is a solid pick, because the dude killed it his senior year for sure, and he's been doing great for the last 2 seasons in Georgia. So no, I can agree with either one of those. I do think a Georgia player is probably going to go first.
Plus, I think, and this is just my personal opinion, I think recency bias off who won the championship plays a little bit of a factor.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of boosts your, like, okay, Georgia won the national championship. Who was on that defense? Kobe Dean, Trayvon Walker. Kind of boost your thoughts up of like, they could be them dudes. Like
they could be the guy that we need.
They could be them guys.
See that. So let's see here.
Hell, that's how Hunter Renfrow got picked up so quick.
It really is. And Hunter was
he been balling out though. Don't get me wrong. My boy been balling out. Worth it.
I was happy to see him do well, because I'm like, I don't really cheer from a lot of receivers in certain ways, depending on where they go. But Hunter, I was cheering.
His story made up for it. It's like, all right, his story made up for it. You've done enough for your dues. You deserve to at least get there, and I hope you ball out. And he has balled out.
He's one of those receivers you can tell, like, definitely puts in a lot of work to make sure he stays where he's at, if not better. All right. So let's see in this mock draft who they got as Mr. Irrelevant. So let's see here. Pick number 254. They're saying David Cochran, offensive tackle out of Georgia Tech, is going to be Mr. Irrelevant.
I would be offended if y'all put me as Mr. Irrelevant in the draft.
So who do you think Mr. Irrelevant's going to be?
Ricky
Pippen Jr.
I would be so, like, bro, I would take that as a smack in the face. I would almost not want to be drafted at all, but we're trying to get to the league, so I'd say fuck it. But I definitely would be offended.
I think Mr. Irrelevant is going to be
Joel David Rice.
First of all, sir, don't say my whole name on camera like that. Don't do that.
He said, why you put my whole government out there like that? Hold up.
Put my whole government like that. Lucky I don't know your middle name.
You do. You just can't think of it right now.
I really can't.
Like, because you definitely do.
I think it's going to be Tyrese Robinson out of Oklahoma.
Is it because his name is Tyrese?
No. I just know he's not going to be a center. Beside him, it's going to be Dare Rosenthal.
Dan Rosenthal. Well, I feel like
Rosenthal.
Oh, Dare Rosenthal. I was about to say, why that sound like an NFL commentator that does these things?
Welcome back, guys. That's Dare Rosenthal coming back at you live from the Eagles and Jets.
We suck. I know.
OH.
We suck.
Browns suck.
We know. Like, Jesus.
I feel so bad. for the Browns after that whole rebuild that they went through, just for it to flop like it did.
I ain't even gonna say it flopped. I say management fucked that up.
Just to see it flop like it did.
He stands by.
Because you had two multi Pro Bowl receivers. You had a hopefully future Hall of Fame running back. 2 of them actually.
Because they still got Kareem.
You had Austin. You had an All-Pro and Pro Bowl tight end in Austin Hooper.
Had a lockdown corner in Denzel Ward.
Well, they still got Denzel Ward. They re-signed him. So yeah, they extended his contract and they got him for another 5 years. So they made him the highest paid corner in the league. So you got Denzel Ward, you got Miles Garrett, you got Miles Jarrett, you had Clowney, you had solid linebacker core, solid defensive back core. But just for some reason, you just couldn't coach. And nobody was surprised when Tim Couch left. Not a single soul. We saw that man quit halfway through the season. We're like, yep, that was gonna happen.
It's Tim Couch, nobody at all. Tim Couch leaves.
Nobody.
We saw that coming.
And
right, and
like most of us didn't even feel like he deserved to be here, much less a head coach.
But with that being said, guys, peace. Much love to all of you. We are
safe in these streets.
Out.
Peace. Scooby Dooby.
No, not in what? Where's the stop recording button? God dang it.